Welcome to Own It Magazine. My name is Marisa Bludorn. I am the editor-in-chief and CEO of Own It Magazine and Publishing. And I'm excited because this series, we're focusing on owning property internationally and specifically here in the Dominican Republic. And with me, taking center stage and owning it is our December CoverGirl, Sabine, Vizio, David. And she is a licensed broker as well as real estate agent, as well as she has her own construction company, and she has a wide range. She has been here for 19 years in the Dominican Republic, and for those of you who know or don't know, that I relocated to the Dominican Republic, and she has been here for 19 years, and she has a wealth of wisdom, knowledge, and helping you to come to a decision as to whether or not this would be somewhere that you would want to invest, if it's somewhere that you would want to have a second or a third home, or somewhere you would want to make your primary residence. And so taking center stage and owning it is with me is Sabine. Sabine, welcome, welcome, welcome back again.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, and we're so excited to be able to share this opportunity on our last segment that we talked about. We talked about how wonderful and beautiful it is to be here in the Dominican Republic, and to have access immediately to paradise, right?
Yes.
And so we want to talk about like some of the things that people would be interested in if they're interested in purchasing property here in the Dominican Republic. We talked about the process of working with you and how important it is for them to come and visit in order for them to make a very knowledgeable decision as to whether or not this would be somewhere they will want to purchase. Let's start by what are some of the questions that perspectives should be asking in regards to whether or not this is somewhere that they would want to live? What are some of the questions? What are good quality questions that they should be asking?
Good quality questions. Well, first of all, they should question me as their possible future broker, about my experience, about my portfolio of projects that I have, and if I'm independent, for example. And then, of course, they should also question where are different areas. Does that cater to me? Do the prices fit my dreams? So there is a lot, homework to do before you get into it.
Oh, that's really good. It's to question the broker, question the validity and the reliability of the broker.
Yes.
How the broker
Yes.
is showing up, what their portfolio is looking like. That
Yeah.
is very good. Because that's not something that you just say, oh, okay, they're licensed, they should know what they're talking about. But what we want to offer here is a slow down so that you're
Mm-hmm.
making a quality decision. And when you do that, you actually get the dream. Like, so what is your dream? Like, what do you desire? In our last segment, you talked about being on the golf course. So if you're a golfer or you love golfing, then that's some of the things that's one of the places or locations that you want to be in. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not a golfer, you want to make sure that your broker, your licensed real estate agent knows that,
Mm-hmm.
and they understand that, because you don't want them taking you to properties that's going to waste your time. You want to make sure that they're knowledgeable, so that you have to be knowledgeable of what it is that you really want. What's your dream? Because when you're buying internationally, and when you're buying your home, period, it should be your dream home. It should be your dream space. And if it's not your immediate dream, it should be a location or a property that's going to be able to evolve into your dream.
Yeah.
And so talk to some of the um, talk to our viewers in regards to how do they begin to do that? If they don't know what their dream is, how do you trigger or ignite or influence them coming into the clarity of that?
Well, I guess the most important information, first of all, and it always comes back to it, is the budget. I mean, if you can only afford $50,000, which is fine, but then you will probably not live on a golf course. So that is the first question. How much funds do you have available, or would financing be an option? And then of course you need to know what is the goal. Are you going to move down here? Are you going to live here all the time? Is it something that you have to like, or is it something that you're just going to use for now a few weeks, a year, and the rest of the year you are going to rent it out? Then, or is it a pure investment? Then if it's a pure investment, then you don't really care for the, for the color of the kitchen, for example. So there are some facts that we need to know, and from there we can take it and then show them a variety of properties where you can already tell, this is more what I like, this is more my style, or I like these amenities, or I want a villa or a townhouse. So we have to go from there and narrow it in.
Awesome, awesome. I want to read. This is the Las Chorinas guide on purchasing property in the Dominican Republic. And they have a series of questions that they
Hmm.
offer for people who want to buy in the Dominican Republic. One of
Hmm.
them is it an excellent investment to buy a property in the Dominican Republic? And here's the response. Many reasons may prompt the decision to buy a house in the Dominican Republic. The
Yep.
process of acquiring land or building property has been reduced to its simplest form. So they're making it easy for you to encourage
Hmm.
real estate purchases. But the most crucial reason is undoubtedly the economy indeed. You want to buy now because this is an evolving economy and it looks like I'm here. It looks like it's picking up because I see so much infrastructure. I see so much building of condominiums, etc. And I'm asking the questions of the locals. I'm saying, oh my God, there's so much building going on. Who's coming? So there is a great expectation here in the Dominican Republic for people to come. So I want to finish this out. The country is economically stable,
Hmm.
favoring an atmosphere that's conducive of business in all sectors. So we're talking about a business economy that's growing,
Yep.
including real estate. Therefore, many expats choose to buy an apartment they use for a few months and rent out for the rest of the year for profitable returns. The
Yep.
development of tourism, one of the country's primary currency providers, is not being outdone. The government is now focusing on high end tourism, and I see that. This
Hmm.
form of tourism requires private accommodation facilities away from busy hotels. The construction of luxurious homes is an ideal solution for people looking to invest,
Hmm.
relax, and enjoy an extra passive income.
Yep.
In the north of the island, the village of Las Trianas. That's you. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that. Many real estate projects are being developed yearly. So I am here in Wandolio, and I'm on the Santo Domingo side. You're on the Punta Cana side, and I'm on Resort Row. Where I live is Resort Row. It's not big, it's not fancy, but it's Resort Row. I am seeing some of the existing resorts fixing up. I see the Camados here fixing up. And you talked about when you first came here, or like maybe a few years ago, that in Punta Cana, they had marketplaces that didn't have a lot in them. And so now I see even here in Wandolio that they're expanding their little Camados to have more inventory that's more suitable for international visitation. And so that's huge. What do you say about that?
Yeah, it's true. And when I came here in 2004, there was hardly anything. It was a sand road. There were a lot of palm trees. The chicken would sleep in the palm trees. A few resorts, and that was it. So now, it's and that time I started working in real estate, and we told our clients we are expecting like about 10% of increase of value per year. And now looking back 20 years later, that is exactly what we had, and it keeps going. And you can also tell that there are so many more um, new hotels, like luxury resorts, are being added to the area. There's going to be a second airport. All this adds value to the area, and it wouldn't be happening if there were no clientele. Also, the resorts are concentrating on different markets like Asia, or I don't know where they are going to go, but it keeps going, 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 and prices are always going up. It
Yes.
is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is. And
Yep.
we're having all over, we're having a global mindset. So there's no
Yes.
longer a US and then the
No.
rest. It's
No.
now global. So the marketplace is opened up and there's no
Yes.
turning back. The market, and if you can hear the construction, even in my building, they're preparing. They have to get ready for the people that are coming in, the luxury that they're talking about, because
Hmm.
people are now more stressed and they need to have more rest in there. When they get
Yes.
away, they need to have more rest. So I was talking to a business owner last night. I was talking to him and I said, you see this building? I mean, it's gorgeous, beautiful condominiums. And I said, but who's coming? I don't see where the people are coming. And what he said to me was, locals are now, if their salary allows it, they're buying second homes, and they're buying second homes next to the beaches, right? So there's not, so now the international people are also competing with the natives, right? The people who already live here, because the economy is stable and it's growing. It's stable in a growth pattern. And so now, when we talked about in our last segment, don't think that it's all going to be inexpensive. Some of it is going to be expensive, correct?
Yeah.
And now that's why you need to move now. You need to do it now while the market is where it is, before
Hmm.
it so takes off that you won't be able to afford it. It won't be. Mhm. So speak to that, Sabine.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, we cannot forget that there are a lot of wealthy Dominicans, like in the capital or in the area of Santiago. There's money also. And I mean, there are people that are, passing down the money to their kids or grandkids, and they invest in real estate. So even during the time of the lockdown in COVID, you would think, I mean, the airports were closed, nobody was coming in, but we were still selling. We were still selling to Dominicans. We were just selling online. There are Puerto Ricans that don't see their option too much in Puerto Rico over there. So they are selling over there and coming here. So it's a big market. It's never stopping. It's like the Big Apple.
Yeah. Well, you have so much land here. So,
Yeah.
because I've driven to Punta Cana. So
Yes.
I've actually had an opportunity in driving. See, that's why it's important for you not to just come to the country and stay in the resorts, because that's
In the
not a
resort.
reality. You have
Yeah.
to come out of the resorts, but you got to
Hmm.
make connections with Sabine
Yes.
to do that safely, so that you're
Hmm.
knowledgeable about the land. You know some folks here, so
Hmm.
you have connections. You gotta have your go-to people on the ground
Yeah.
here, and so that's important. But driving through the countryside, driving from Juan Dolio, which is it's not even Santo Domingo's, right? It's in between Santo Domingo and San Pedro. But driving all the way across, I've even gone up to Mitch's.
Hmm.
Even so, it's taken me up the mountainous side, and then it's taken me on the Caribbean seaside, coming
Hmm.
into Punta Cana. So I got to see both, and there's so much room for growth. There's so much land here that's available. So you want
Hmm.
to come in at the early onset of the economy here and the growth, because you want to get it. Because right now, if I'm not mistaken, you're coming in the mid range, right? So you're at the mid range level. You're not at the bottom level where everything would have been very, very cost effective, inexpensive. You're at the
No.
mid range, but you can still come in and find
Mhm.
diamonds in the rough if you're willing to work with some things. You're diamond in the, so buying property, land. So I had a friend here that bought land and then built. There was
Mhm.
a pre-existing home on the property. They used that home as the foundation or the starting point, and they just advanced on that particular structure. Talk
Yeah.
about that as an option, because we know that condominiums are out here. You can buy the condominiums, buy the condominium. But talk about residential purchasing of land, and then building, because I know you have your construction business as well.
Mm. Yeah, in the Punta Cana area, there is still also land available, not so much more exactly on the beach, but around the beach, still in walking distance. Or then if you go up towards Macau in direction beaches, there's still so much land, and also on the beach. So I mean, you can anywhere you are, there's land that you can buy, and you can just get a nice lot, make sure that it has a clean title, and then just have your dream home built. There's
That's
still many options.
what's the time frame of construction? Let's say it's a just a average 2,000 square foot home. What's the time frame on construction?
The construction itself can be done, if you want, in like 3 to 4 months. But you
Mm,
have to keep in mind that before you start really seeing walls coming up, you need to do the permission work. You need to get permissions from different agencies of the government. So that takes anything about 3 to 6 months, however, how fast they work. And you have to do groundwork because the island is coral stone, and so you have to first do some groundwork, like perforating the floor, the ground, and doing the septic tanks and stuff, and so that everything together, if everything works out fine, then you can say anything from 8 months to a year.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so that I having had my own house built, I know construction takes about a year, realistically. So that's why, again, in our last segment, we said it's so important for you not to wait. Even though you're
Mhm.
not ready to purchase or you don't know what this is going to be like, do not wait for that. You need to get
Right.
started so that you're knowledgeable on what it's going to cost you to do it. And then you have time too. You have time to accrue the money, right? If you don't have the money already together, you have time to figure that out. But you need to know what money you need, and
Yes.
that's just being smart about it.
Hmm.
Don't assume that it's going to, you got the money together, because once you start identifying your dreams, right? You said that. Once you start identifying your dreams, this is all details, right?
Hmm.
So if you want certain things, you may not find them out at the beginning of the process. You may find that out during the process of discovery
Hmm.
and all that other stuff. So you want to start soon. You want to start early so that especially if you're going to have your property built. I know I want my property built because I want to be on land. I like land. I'm not a condo person.
Hmm.
That's just not me. I don't even care that I'm older. I still want my own piece of land.
Hmm.
So I know that realistically that's going to take some time. And so you want to be able to give yourself that time. You don't want to feel like you're rushing in, because when you
No.
buy your home is a major purchase, but it's nothing to be afraid of. I know because I've had my real estate license with Reichert Realtors. And, you know, I know people get nervous when it comes to buying. They're
Yep.
nervous, and they're afraid. But you don't have to be. You just have to take the time to get to know, what do you really want? What do you
Hmm.
really want? And then you
Yep.
have to just investigate to find out what it takes to get what you want. That's all.
Hmm.
Get your emotions, get your nerves out of it, because you can own a home. You can own your property. You don't have to keep renting, and it's worth owning because it's an investment. Talk about that. It's an investment.
It's an investment, and also you don't have to have the $500,000 ready sitting in your bank account. You can also go into the market. What we have strong in Punta Cana is the selling of plan market. So you can pay a certain amount down, and it gives you whatever you buy, maybe 1, maybe 3 years time, where you can pay amounts every month. So you can just grow with it. And I don't work with pressure, and I don't sell. I want you to find the unit that you like, but once you find it, get it. Because I have had people that said, oh yeah, we're swinging, maybe this, maybe that, oh I guess this is the one, and then they take like 2 months, and when they come back, and it has already gone up. So the prices during construction are always going up, so you're making instant win once you haven't even paid it off. And also, once you have the unit, and you might rent it out, then you have a passive income from this side also.
Oh my God, that is so good. I
Yeah.
love that. And we're going to talk more about that in our next segment. because that's very important. New
Mhm.
construction and pricing, and don't
Mhm.
be indecisive. Don't
Yes.
be, if you love something, because the grass is always going to look greener on the other side. You're always going to
Correct.
come and you're going to see something, and then you see something else, and then you want that, and you see something else,
Mhm.
and then next thing you know, you're outpricing yourself. So
Yeah.
if you find something that you love and it's in your price range, stick to that. Stick to
Yes.
that. If it's
Right.
meeting all your needs, then stick to that. Well, listen, there's no rush. We are going to be talking about construction, new construction, condos, investing, why it's a great move to come to the DR. We're going to be talking about all of that in all of our sessions because listen, Sabine is with us. She's one of our only contributing writers. She is our December cover girl. We are so excited to have her. And we're going to be having this conversation on a regular basis. So you don't have to feel all rushed to say, oh my God. But one thing you do
Mhm.
want to do is you want to get in touch with Sabine. If you're considering this, it's not costly to come and visit. It's not costly to come and hang out here for a few days and then check out whether this is going to be an option for you. So you want to connect with Sabine. You want to reach out to her directly. You want to connect with her. You want to set up some time that you're going to come here. Let her talk to you face to face. There's nothing like getting
Yes.
face to face with someone and investing your time. If it's something that you really want to do, invest your time and then also get to hang out. Listen, when you're on these like different resorts, when you're going to these different places here in the Dominican Republic, they want to spoil you. They want to spoil you,
Mhm.
have your drinks, relax, go out, check out real estate, enjoy, get to know the paradise that you're getting ready to live in, and all of that good stuff. You want to do that here. It is so nice. What do they say? Tranquila. You want to just come
Yeah.
and just relax and enjoy yourself. And so,
Yeah.
Sabine, let them know how they can get in touch with you and stay connected with you.
Oh, you can reach me if you get to my webpage. There's a direct contact button. You can contact me on WhatsApp. You can send me an email. We can Zoom call. We can connect either way, whatever works best for you. Thank God the techniques is so far. When I
Yeah,
was
thank God for technology, right? Well, listen, I don't want you to just get connected with Sabine via WhatsApp. You need to get yourself
yeah.
here in the Dominican Republic. You need to connect with her on WhatsApp, get to know her, set up a time and date that you're going to come, make the decision
Mhm.
to find out what it is that you really, really want to do. And so you want to come here. And like I said, she's on the Punta Cana side. You can check her out and go over there and have a tremendous time. And if you've never been to the Dominican Republic, that's even more of a reason for you to get here and make sure that you take it in consideration for your second home, your first home, your retirement
Yeah.
home, your investment property, whatever it is that you decide to do, you figure it out. Just come and get
Mhm.
connected. We thank you
Yes.
so very much.
You're so
Maurice,
welcome.
thank you so much. Thank you for being here with us. And we hope that we have informed you and that our words inspired you to come and visit with us in the Dominican Republic and purchase your first piece of property here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.